1.2, roll call. Here. Thank you. Pledge allegiance and salute the Texas flag. Memorial oath of presenters, please be advised that you are here to present today that you are under oath before the commissioners for 1.6, 1.5 public comments. We have one public comment, that is Ms. Rachel Chavarria. If you can please come forward.
Good morning, Judge and Commissioners of Dimmit County. My name is Rachel Chavarria, and I'm a resident and taxpayer of this county. I am here today to ask for clarity and accountability regarding concerns that impact the public trust. There have been public acknowledgments made regarding work completed at a local church using what appeared to be county resources and county material. Can this court clarify whether this was indeed approved through Commissioner's Court or if there was any transparency behind this act? The reason being is this commissioner was publicly thanked by the Catholic priest for his act of kindness during the Catholic Mass that took place. However, this commissioner is up for re-election, and in doing an act of this matter only seems like this would be unethical to utilize his title and resources to be able to do a job of this magnitude. Additionally, I'd like clarification on the process for burn permits. I was denied a permit, yet shortly after, another party was approved. Can you explain the criteria used to ensure permits are issued fairly and consistently to all residents and not just residents with deep pockets? Given the concerns circulating in the community, what steps does this court take to review and address potential conflicts of interest or misuse of county resources? If a resident believes there may be misuse of public resources, what is the proper channel for requesting an independent investigation? And at what point would an agency such as the Texas Rangers become involved? As a taxpayer, I believe transparency and fairness are critical. I am asking this court to provide clarity and ensure all residents and all elected officials are held to the same standard. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Chavarria. Any other public comments?
Judge, I do have one. We did bring in our first freebie pallet for the food pantry for the Carrizo Food Pantry, and that worked extremely well for us. I will say that we are definitely making ways on being able to provide that resource to the community here and setting the standards. So just want to let you guys know that Carrizo did receive the first freebie pallet. I know a lot of people were saying, you know, we're just taking it to big ones, but we are trying to send resources as much as we can to all food pantries in the area. So just want to let that be known.
Thank you. We have another public comment. We have a public comment by Mrs. Azalia Garcia, representing the city of Carrizo Springs.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners. Good morning. I know you have an agenda item about the Dr. Gonzalez informed us he presented to the city council regarding the annexation, and just wanted to say on behalf of the city, we are for the annexation. He gave us information and wanted to say that whatever decision you make, should you choose to endorse the program, that the city would like to collaborate for in any way that you need us to, whether I know that signatures are required, and should you choose to move forward and help with obtaining signatures, if you need to use City Hall, get our help anyway, that we would love the opportunity to work with you and help with this project.
Thank you, Ms.
Thank
Garcia.
you.
Yes, ma'am.
I just want to remind everyone that starting this week, we have early voting for Dimmit Regional Hospital District and Winter Garden Conservation District elections. It'll run this week except tomorrow, and then next Monday and Tuesday, and the election will be on Saturday, May 2nd. All at the historical courthouse.
Thank you, Ms. McDaniel. Any other public comments?
I have a small one, Judge Richards.
You have an opportunity, Mr. Henry, will you fill one of these forms out and turn it in? Go ahead.
We had a little over 2 inches of rain throughout the county. When will the county remove the burn ban? Because as a renter, we have a lot of, top files to burn, so I would like to see when will it make me choice.
Thank you, Mr. Knight. Any other public comments? 1.6, approval of minutes of meeting April 7th, 2026.
Motion to approve application of the
I have a motion by Commissioner Alonso Carmona,
Second.
second by Commissioner Uranda. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries. 2.1, we have the informational recognition of the dedication of volunteers who contribute to all program areas in the Texas A&M AgriLife Extension Office for Volunteers Recognition.
Good morning, Judge. Good morning, Commissioners. So April is Volunteer Recognition Month, and today we're honored to recognize an extraordinary group of individuals, our Texas A&M AgriLife Extension volunteers here in Dimmit County. We're especially grateful that some of our volunteers can join us this morning as we take the time to recognize their service. Across our extension program areas, agriculture and natural resources, family community health, and 4-H youth development, volunteers are truly the backbone of our work. Over the past year, more than 100 volunteers have contributed over 6,000 documented volunteer hours, representing a reported $211,418.23 contribution back to our community. These figures reflect the seen and reported hours, and we believe the true impact is even greater due to the many behind-the-scenes hours that often go unreported. Our volunteers mentor youth, support producers, strengthen families, provide space, assist with educational programs, and extend the reach of extension far beyond what our staff could do alone. Their service creates real lasting impact across Dimmit County. Today's recognition is a small but meaningful way to say thank you for their dedication, generosity, and commitment to serving others. We are deeply grateful for each volunteer and the difference they make in our county. While we have a small group of volunteers with us today, they represent many more volunteers across Dimmit County, individuals from families, organizations, businesses, and agencies who continually give their time to support extension efforts. So at this time, I invite our extension volunteers who are present to please come forward as we recognize you. We are honored to have representatives from the community partners such as our 4-H Parent Leaders Association, Dimmit County Junior Livestock Association, SM Energy, our Texas A&M AgriLife Dimmit County Leadership Advisory Board, Methodist Healthcare Ministries, Dixon F. Farms, Dimmit Wellness Coalition, Texas Parks and Wildlife, the First United Methodist Church, Macedonian Mission Baptist Church, our Texas A&M AgriLife Office Admin, Arisbel Costilla, and we would also like to recognize and sincerely thank the County Judge, Commissioners, Court staff, the Dimmit County Sheriff's Office, and staff for the time they have volunteered and partnered and supported our extension programs throughout the year. So your involvement and leadership sets a powerful example of service to our community. And so we want to just give them a round of applause.
Get everybody to come take a picture.
You want to take Yes, we can have some of y'all behind us as well, so that everyone can fit in the picture. Yeah, we can have some people behind us, we all want to.
Denise, get over here, Denise. Yeah, yes, you're always with us everywhere. Shara,
Miss Pearson,
Miss Pearson,
Miss Pearson.
Miss Pearson.
I'm not studying, it's amazing.
You ready, sir? Everybody smiling?
Share. That's why. To inform the court about AT&T statement about disconnecting and discontinuing of copper hotlines. If I can get order in the court, we're back in session.
Canceling all the old traffic lines, DSL, POTS lines, they go by different names. The three highlighted in orange on your sheet.
Albie, can you speak into the mic, because it's hard to hear you?
Sure. So AT&T is canceling all the copper lines, or they're beginning the process to do so. We have 3 copper lines that are going to be canceled in June.
Chief, can we have the door closed? Sorry.
So I will start looking for alternatives for those sites, but the ones in white, they're going to be canceled in November.
Thank you, Mr. Fitzpatrick.
Mr. Castaneda, does that include adjournment
Yes.
or JP and?
That includes the JP building.
For the discussion of those accounts.
Yes.
Sorry for that. Thank you. 2.3 Child Abuse Proclamation for the month of April 2026. For the federal fiscal year 2023, 217 reports of child abuse or neglect were made to the Texas Department of Protective and Regulatory Services, with 90 confirmed child victims of abuse, neglect in Dimmit County. Whereas child abuse and neglect is a serious problem affecting every segment of our community, and finding solutions requires input and action from everyone. And whereas our children are most valuable resources and will shape the future of the state of Texas and of Dimmit County. And whereas child abuse can have long-term psychological, emotional, and physical effects that have lasting consequences for victims of abuse. And whereas protective factors are conditions that reduce or eliminate risk and promote the social, emotional, and developmental well-being of children. And whereas effective child abuse prevention activities succeed because of the partnerships created between child welfare professionals, education, health, community, and faith-based organizations, businesses, law enforcement agencies, and families. And whereas communities must make every effort to promote programs and activities that create strong and thriving children and families. And whereas we acknowledge that we must work together as a community to increase awareness about child abuse, to promote the social and emotional well-being of children and families in a safe, stable, and nurturing environment. And whereas prevention remains the best defense for our children and families. Now therefore, I, County Judge Marta Alicia Ponce, do hereby proclaim April 2026 as National Child Abuse Prevention Month in the County of Dimmit, and urge all citizens to recognize this month by dedicating ourselves to the task of improving the quality of life for all children and families. I have 2 more proclamations. If we have the representatives here for the long CPS, if we don't mind, we'll take all of them together at the end of the proclamations. Our next proclamation is the Sexual Assault Awareness Proclamation for the month of April 2026, whereas sexual assault is a devastating and pervasive crime that affects individuals and ages of all genders, races, and backgrounds, and whereas sexual assault can cause physical, emotional, and psychological harm that can last a lifetime and can have a profound impact on the victim, their family, and the community. And whereas sexual assault is a public health issue that requires a comprehensive and coordinated response from individuals, organizations, and institutions. And whereas the month of April has been designated as Sexual Awareness Month to raise awareness about sexual assault, promote prevention efforts, and honor the resilience of survivors. Therefore, Marta Alicia Ponce, Dimmit County Judge, hereby proclaims April as Sexual Awareness Month in Dimmit County. I call upon all citizens to join the effort to prevent sexual assault by increasing awareness, promoting education, and supporting organizations that work to support and empower survivors and hold perpetrators accountable. Let us work together to create a culture of consent, respect, and equality, where everyone can live free from the fear of sexual violence. It is therefore I hereon to set my hand and cause this seal of Dimmit County to be affixed on this 20th day of April as proclaiming April as Sexual Awareness Month. 2.5, recognizing April as Autism Awareness Month in Dimmit County. Whereas this month, the County of Dimmit joins communities around the world in recognizing April as Autism Awareness and Acceptance Month. And whereas autism spectrum disorder, ASD, is a developmental disability that can cause significant social communication and behavioral challenges with signs that begin during early childhood and typically continue through a person's life. And whereas many people with ASD also have different ways of learning, processing information, or interacting with or reacting to things, and whereas Autism Month and Acceptance Month emphasizes the need for public awareness to promote acceptance, celebrate the differences, and prioritize the inclusion of autistic individuals and their families. And whereas we celebrate the many ways autistic individuals adds to the diversity and the strength of our county, while raising awareness of the challenges faced by children, teens, and adults all on the autism spectrum in living to their full potential. Now therefore be it proclaimed by the Dimmit County Judge in this Commissioner's Court that April 2026 is Autism Awareness and Acceptance Month. I do want to thank everybody that's here in representation of these proclamations today. It's a testament of how much our community really and truly can come together to make awareness to these different proclamations that we have today. So I want to thank everybody that was here today for those proclamations, and I respectfully at this time ask any representative for the Child Abuse Prevention, Sexual Assault Awareness Month, and Autism Awareness to please come forward at this time for a photograph with the Commissioner's Court. Thank you.
Child abuse.
Wherever you like, yes, yes, you can sit right here, yes. Wherever you want.
Ready? Find a spot, find a window, find a window. Okay, 1, 2, 3. We have a few cameras going around, so hold on, guys.
1, 2.
Someone gave me one with a code, sorry.
Yeah.
Find me your camera. Thank you.
Do we have anyone here for the sexual assault awareness? If anybody would like to come forward? We could just take it like this.
One, two.
It's like this is a sexual awareness.
Mary, Cheryl, Castaneda, you're in the board, Women's Shelter Board, you can come forward.
Do we have anyone here this month? If you can please come forward, Julie. If anybody has any family members or Miss Pearson at the school. Okay.
Everything.
Good.
Yes.
Ready? One, two, three. Hold on.
Thank you.
Do you think?
One approval bonds. 3.2, discussion and appropriate action, monthly report from JP Precinct 1, Ms. Sonia Aguilera Perez for the month of March 2026.
Morning, Judge, Commissioners.
Morning.
Are there any questions of Judge Perez?
Motion to approve.
Have a, go ahead, you have a question?
Other than Judge, I noticed the increase in citations.
Yes, and revenue, of course, I think I've explained that NTEC has that text to pay and we send an email to have also, so.
We had a total of 139 cases for the month of March. 176.
Citations?
Oh, yes, I see in the bottom part right here, okay. Or cases, I'm sorry, not citations. But we did kind of touch base a little bit on the Intech and the Southern software. And so I'm still hoping or hopeful that we can have a meeting together to kind of get everybody in communication with each software to communicate.
Yes, I'm hoping that that does happen as well. I know that in the past, the recommendation is to do away with NTEC, but I know that I strongly am against it, and I know that I've spoken to a couple of the other judges who are strongly against it as well, because it is a very good program, and I think it's one of the best that we have. And it, as you can see, it's very high advanced, and we are doing the text to pay and the emails. And as the times are changing, they're coming up with ways for individuals to pay, and I think that's something that Dimmit County needs to keep moving forward for our constituents. One, to make it easier for them to pay, and for us, for our reporting to OCA and to the state.
We definitely know too that the different, like the sheriff's office, it's beneficial for them on their side. So our hope is to maybe just get together to communicate that the softwares can correspond with each other, make sure that we're offering Dimmit County everything that we need as far as resources. Thank you, Judge.
I have a motion by Commissioner Alonso Carmona.
Second. Commissioner, second.
Second by Commissioner Noguera. All in favor? Any opposition? Motion carries. Thank you, Judge. 3.3, motion to table. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Alonso Carmona. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries. 3.4 is Judge Hernandez here, Anita?
She called me, we're gonna do, yeah, she's gonna be. Actually, today is her birthday. Happy birthday, Judge Hernandez.
I have a motion to table. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Talamantes. All in. Discussion and appropriate action, monthly report from JP Precinct 4, Mr. Alfredo Martinez.
Morning, Your Honor, Commissioners.
Good morning, Judge.
Judge, I wasn't sure if you heard, the IT department, about the accounts being closed out.
Yes, I was wondering what are we gonna do about our building?
We can go in and make, an appointment this week so that we can conversate to see what works best for your office.
Okay,
We can do that with the IT department, but I'll make sure that we do reach out.
that sounds good, feel good.
Questions of Judge Martinez?
Everything up and running in your office?
Everything's been running pretty good, except that internet that's pretty slow once in a while, and finally it gets going and works for a week or so, and then
This week.
Entertain a motion.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Commissioner Noguera, second by Commissioner Talamantes. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries. 3.6, thank you, Judge.
thank you, Your Honor, Commissioner.
3.6, monthly report from District Clerk Ms. Maricela Gonzalez for the month of March 2026.
No juries were held in March. No cases in March. No presented cases.
No. Not in February, March.
Are we still waiting, or is it just, we're just still working our way? Historical courthouse is gonna be available. Is it available now?
The historic courthouse has been available, but this, grand jury is Judge Flores, if I'm not mistaken, so she conducts her grand jury in this
Upstairs,
courthouse.
upstairs.
But that has nothing to do with the great cases presented. The grand jury great cases, excuse me, are
Comments of like changed court dates, like where people weren't notified. When was that?
People weren't notified?
Yeah,
Was
notified.
that civil, criminal, what type of cases?
Honestly, I haven't dived too much into it, and I wanted to speak with you first before like having any conversations. But like, was there any cases that were like rescheduled at the last minute recently, or no?
Oh my goodness. When we have district court, we have over 100 cases on the docket. So there could be, not necessarily because they didn't get notice, but because the attorney's requesting a reset or, cases have reached, an agreement. It's just several reasons why the cases get passed up or continue to a later date.
I'll see if I can make a meeting with you sometime this week, because there was just a lot of people saying that they just weren't notified of court date. And it was Ms. Gonzalez, that, you had knew that you were notified of it. So, I just wanted definitely to ask, touch base on that as well. But again, I wanted to speak with you.
And for the most part, I don't send out notices. They come from the district judge's staff.
No, yeah, they just said that everything on you, that was your responsibility, just that there was conversations that were had with you and that you were aware of it. But again, I didn't want to touch or have any conversation without giving, the respect to come speak with you first, because I'm not too sure on what's going on that communication area.
So normally, Commissioner, on district court cases, all notices are done by the district judge themselves for his staff
Yeah.
and the district Judge Flores and her staff. So at any time and point where a case is rescheduled, or if at the last minute there is no court, that's completely out of Mrs. Gonzalez's hands. It's
Oh,
on
no,
the
I
district-
understand
on the
that.
district
And again,
judge.
just for clarification, Ms. Gonzalez, it wasn't that you did not notify anybody, it was just that that they had conversations with you, that you were aware of certain situations. But again, I kind of stopped the conversation at that point, because I was gonna give you, the time to speak to you first about it, but just asking to see if, it's just multiple, if you just knew like a certain case, what judge it was in that sense, but for clarification, not that you just refuse to tell anybody or not send out notices.
Any other questions of Ms. Gonzalez?
Motion to approve.
I have a motion to approve,
Second.
second by Commissioner Talamantes. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
3.7, discussion and appropriate action, monthly report from County Clerk, Mrs. Claudia Medina. Any questions of Mrs. McDaniel? If there are no questions, I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Noguera, second by Commissioner Talamantes.
I'm sorry, Mr. Daniel, just real quick, I know in your public comment, you said that one day there was no voting. What day was that?
Tomorrow, the state, is a state holiday, Sanchez birthday, and so there's no.
But it follows right after, on Tuesday?
It's on tomorrow.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries. 3.8, Mr. Torres informed the court that he was not going to be able to present his fire chief or assistant fire chief report today, so I'm going to table.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Alonso Carmona. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries. 3.9, discussion and appropriate action, monthly report from Victory Ambulance for the months of February, March 2026.
Hi. Yes, it's good to be back. Yeah, so I'm assuming my position back as administrative director has the service, so any questions, comments, concerns, anything, please feel free to direct them my way.
We're happy to have you back, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much. So, let's see, I have some numbers here for y'all with the report. So it looks like for the month of March, we had, as far as emergencies, we had a total of 66 in the city and a total of 57 in the county. And then in February, it looks like emergencies, we had a total of 59 within the city and 29 in the county. And if you look above those numbers, there's a different total there, but that's everything all together. That includes non-emergency runs and routine runs and everything else. But as far as emergencies, everything else is broken. So right now we have 3 running and I have 1 getting maintenance at this point. And I'm gonna have to get a glass repaired on the driver's side of one of the units because we took a rock on 83 to the driver's side window and it shattered it. So, but we're still using it. Push comes to shove. But we have the other 2 that are running right now. We have that one right now.
Okay, and only one of them is reserved for county, correct?
Oh, one for each entity.
And in regards to the month of February, I know that it says county, total of 29 calls. However, from those 14 that you got called out on the county, 12 refused, correct?
Yes.
So-
Well, actually, the way it is, it's, I believe that it is still counted as an emergency. I'm not sure how they do it, but it's I gotta get the exact way it is for you, but I know that there was 12 refusals, but I'm not I believe it's a separate count, but it's still counted as an emergency. But I think the actual emergency that they're counting is a transport to the hospital, if I'm not mistaken, and then it's classified as a refusal. Still an emergency, but they didn't get transported. If I'm not mistaken, that's the way the count is being done. Or that's the way it's been being done since we've been doing the count.
Is you respond and then they refuse?
Correct, yes,
So-
yes.
So in regards to the comparison between the city and the county, for that particular month, we had 30 less calls than the count city, is that correct?
I believe so, yes, ma'am. According to that count,
So only 2 calls were made within the county that were serviced.
That were actually transferred, yeah. The ones refused.
Mr. Olivares, I want to say it was about maybe, over like transportation. Was that ever addressed and discussed with her? Has there been any communication?
not to my knowledge. I believe that was made in my absence, so when I left the service, and I just recently came back, I have not been contacted or anything like that, but
Okay.
I would definitely, any concern or issue would, need to be answered, that she come or he come my way.
Wait, I'll most definitely make that just because it was a public I was made and there was requests made to the court and I just want to make sure that now that you're back and I know that you will serve the county to the best of your ability, I've always complimented you on your service to this community, that it's very strong and I know that you love this community, but it was a comment that came through Commissioner's Court that I just don't want us to forget about because there was legitimate concerns enough for them to come and present themselves in court. So I would appreciate maybe, a communication that way to see what we can do to better service, the people of Dimmit County on that end.
Yes, ma'am. No, for sure. And I believe that, if I'm not mistaken, and as that issue happened as far as a transport out of the county, not in the emergency setting itself, which we provide for the county and the city, not in the actual emergency setting. It was, I believe, a transport out of the county to a higher level of care or to a specialty care clinic in San Antonio. But it had nothing to, I know that for sure had nothing to do with the emergencies that we provide
Here.
here. Yes,
So just to piggyback off of what you just said and get clarification for anybody that's viewing, anybody that's here, and for the commissioners. You just mentioned right now that the contract that we have with Victory Ambulance is specifically just for
Or
local
emergencies
emergencies here.
within the county.
So any transport between the hospital to any other
That's a
outside
different
metropolitan it's a different animal.
Yes, ma'am.
So that surpasses our purview of what we cover.
In Dimmit County, we only contract for the emergencies, and that is 911 calls. Yes, emergencies.
I appreciate that clarification. I think
Yes,
you guys
which would
understood
be, that we, the county will be, for a calls.
That's
For
it.
sure.
And Commissioner Odena, the contract between the county and Victory Ambulance is for the sole purposes of 911 calls, emergency calls that are outside of the city limits of Carrizo Springs, correct?
So anybody within the city limits, it would fall in the jurisdiction of the city. of Carrizo.
Correct, with their contract. Any other questions of Mr. Olivares? Commissioner Odena? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Discussion and appropriate action, approval for MW Group Battery Energy Storage System BESS projects in Dimmit County, property ID 19517. Good morning, for the record.
Jocelyn Morales Barrocio.
Commissioners, as you guys are aware, Mrs. Barocio and her team have been here on several occasions in regards to getting approval from the county for the permit to move forward with the battery storage system over on by Science Road. Yes, I was trying to remember the road. I couldn't remember. So she's here today before the court to move forward with that permit, to get approval of that permit. I will represent to the court that I did go out there as scheduled, as we had stated at the last commissioner's court, that myself and Commissioner Urenda were to meet with the party since it was in his precinct to look at it. Carmona, due to the fact that he oversees the fire, and he did have some questions regarding the battery storage and the fire. I can represent to this court that I didn't see any issues. The area in which they're trying to put the storage is a lot smaller than what I thought it was. When they came here, I thought it was gonna be something similar to the AI centers that we've seen in the past, but this is approximately, what is that,
6,000 square feet.
6,000 square feet, which is about, I want to say, well, where they're gonna put the battery actually is probably about the size of. Question?
Judge, I didn't make it to the location. They answered my question, so.
We are good in agreement with,
Yes, sir.
I appreciate others, taking the time to go ahead and do that for us, for the court.
Any other questions? Do I have a motion?
Motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries. Thank you. You have a good day. 3.11, discussion and appropriate action, Southwest Texas College annexation proposal presentation by College President Dr. Hector Gonzalez.
Good morning.
Good morning, Dr. Gonzalez.
Oops.
Yes, you may.
Morning, Judge and Commissioners. My name is Hector Gonzalez. I'm the president of Southwest Texas College. And I'm here to talk a little bit about setting up a technical campus in Carrizo and how that process would evolve, what it would include, and to answer questions that you all may have. So in conversations with Superintendent Pearson, we were talking about the vision the school district has for Carrizo as far as expanding and servicing the community here. And we believe that we can help move that vision forward. One of the things is we have a partnership already with low credit to go the academic university route. There's a lot of students that could benefit from learning a trade, such as welding, air conditioning, construction science, cosmetology, truck driving, power line. You know, these are all the areas that typically have been left behind, and as colleges have been focused solely on the academic portion. So our vision is to set up a technical campus here in Carrizo to help expand those opportunities for the community. In order to make that happen, Dimmit County would have to be annexed into the Southwest Texas College District. That annexation process is the county, the court could submit a petition to our board with 5% of the registered voters signing that petition, roughly 380 to 400 signatures. And they would be presented to our board. There's a copy of what that language looks like in your packet. That would then start the process on our side. We would deliver a service plan, publish a service plan, very similar to what you have here, detailing here in the area of Dimmit County. Once we publish the service plan, we would hold a hearing here in your community to answer the public's questions, address any issues or concerns. And then around August, our board would order an election in Dimmit County where the voters would decide ultimately whether they want to be annexed into the district or not. And that would be at the November general election. So that's kind of the process to make that happen. If the voters do decide to be annexed into the district, we would secure that piece of property, designing a building. Probably the shortest timeline would be fall 28 would be our first classes here. Just so we have about a year of construction, and of course you have the architect design, the engineering design, and all that to get started. So that's a very big overview of the process of what we intend to do here. All this would be in consultation with the district to make sure that our programs are aligned, that we are expanding opportunities for the student, and not going in a route that doesn't align with your community here. We're looking at like a 15 to 20,000 square foot facility to begin with opportunities to grow.
Any questions of Dr. Gonzalez?
Dr. Gonzalez, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
As I see here, you don't have anything for like automotive or.
Right. So this is again, nothing's been decided yet. This is an example of some of the programs that we could offer. It's not gonna look like this, and it's not gonna look like this.
Right.
This is just a rendering of the potential. Obviously, we would want to coordinate the building to fit within the community. How, very similar to what the school, to the county buildings. We don't want it to stick out, we want it to blend in.
I understand, but most of our students, some of the our kids are also more motivated inside.
I think also, Commissioner, the comments that I'll reiterate that Dr. Gonzalez said was that they will be working in conjunction with the school district and their staff to see what are the courses that best align with what the students are requiring, because I can tell you right now, that they had at the high school, because I do have a child that's gonna be becoming a freshman here next year. I'm sure Commissioner Noguera Talamantes and Uranda, who have seniors in high school, like welding, that's a really big thing that's coming in. So, I think, again, this is just kind of, just like a go by, but it's not like official. I think that they'll, work hand in hand in partnership with the school district to see, what are the needs that are need to be met, and what courses are the ones that Dimmit County, or the students here in Dimmit County are wanting. And it's, if I'm not mistaken, this is not just for the students only. This would be kind of similar to Crystal City, where I can take a course there, you could take a course. It's for anyone. It's just that they're trying to work in partnership, obviously, with the school so that they can get a good start off of the seniors or juniors that are there. But I think this facility would be open to anyone of all ages.
Absolutely. One aspect is to align it closely with the school, because that would be the anchor that helps support the facility. And then, but at the same time, it would be available to the community that offers graduates and attends the following fall. It's called the Kate's Cowboy Promise. They pick up everything. Tuition, $300 in books every semester for 2 years until they graduate. For those that have already graduated high school and want to come back, instead of paying out-of-district fee, you will pay in-district fee, which is a savings of about $1,000 a semester, which is a significant difference. As far as the programs, so the state of Texas 3 years ago changed how community colleges were funded. We used to be funded on enrollment. And that's why it was a huge challenge to start up new programs, because we had to have high numbers of enrollment to sustain it. 3 years ago, they changed it to completion. So now we're funded on students that complete. We get no state dollars until that student completes a certificate or an associate's degree. So now we focus on how many completers can we get, and the funding is better in that sense, and we can justify in a smaller population like we have here to put this kind of investment and these kind of programs. Now, we can't have 10 different technical programs, because we dilute ourselves too much. But at the onset, I think 3 or 4 programs will be a great benefit to the community. We also have the ability to do workforce training, and those programs are shorter. They're anywhere from 4 weeks to 12 weeks. A good example of that is our truck driving. Power line is another one. We do OSHA, forklift, those kind of programs that we can rotate. So we can have that every 3 months. We can have a truck driving class. Twice a year, we can have a power line class. So it doesn't saturate the market if we have it back to back to back to back, and it helps us sustain it. So that's another opportunity that we'll be able to have having a facility given.
Give me 1 second. I think Commissioner Noguera had a question after Commissioner Calhoun.
Mr. Gonzalez, I applaud you for everything that you guys do, and I applaud the school district for everything that they do with the dual credit. It really benefits our kids, and it helps us parents to be able to afford classes and for them to graduate, because we've had a lot of kids that graduate with their associates on their senior year. And I applaud everybody that's been part of it. Thank you so much. I am so excited about this. When I heard of it, I saw Mr. Kittman the other day, Mr. Bryan, and he approached me. I hadn't noticed that you guys had gone to the city until that day, and I had already heard about it, but didn't know you guys had gone to the city until I spoke to him. So I am excited for this. This is something that we need, and I know our community needs. We will all benefit from this. I know, like the judge said, we have seniors. Some of us here in the court, we have seniors already graduating this year, and some of them are taking dual credit. And that really helps us, not just the kids. It can help us as parents or anybody that would like to take classes. That would be awesome. Just one vote, but I'm all for it, whatever we need to do.
I strongly agree with those sentiments. I can tell you, as an alumni of Southwest Texas Junior College back then, my mom would have not been able to afford me the luxuries of being able to attend perhaps a 4-year university or another college elsewhere, had it not been for the opportunity at Southwest Texas Junior College to get my associates. because like Commissioner Noguera said, the affordability, of the college. And I think that's something that we need as a community to hone in on, is that having it here in our jurisdiction would allow us the luxury of having to, be at cost of not having to pay like if we were out of town, because even at that, I think it was still, reasonable. So, I think that it's something that not only would be of a benefit to the student itself, but to the families, that are supporting the students, whether the student is a senior in high school or is a different age out of school. I think that it is something that, I mean, I'm just happy to have even had the initial conversations with you and Ms. Pearson, because I think that this is just something that is an amazing opportunity to not only bring growth to Dimmit County, but also economic development for Dimmit County and also Carrizo Springs and the, communities, adjoined to us. So, I know Commissioner Odena, you had a comment, and then I'll take your comment, Commissioner.
Sure, if I may, Dr. Gonzalez, I just wanted to thank you for considering Newman County during your college. Bringing this to our communities, I think it's a great step to paving roads to a better path for our children, our kids graduating, not only within Newman County, but the surrounding areas. You know, every year just things seem to get harder and harder financially and in different ways. And I think by you and your organization bringing this to our community, that would be a great step moving forward for our youth. I appreciate that.
Thank you. And I will mention that LaSalle County is pursuing the same avenue, and I don't want you to feel like they're going to beat us to it. We can do both. We can do one or the other. It does not matter. So don't feel like you're in competition. We could do both without any problems or any issues.
Commissioner Gomez.
Doctor, I just really want to thank you on another level. I am a college graduate of here at Carrizo Springs, and I can tell you that when I was in school, it was in advance. I never had dreams of attending any college. It just seemed so far from grasp. I do want to thank you for taking interest in everybody at the school board that has expanded this program, because being a teen mother myself, graduating with a baby, my baby will be graduating this year, and I will tell you the opportunities and the things that y'all guys have provided for them and taking notice in us over here. You're going to give a lot of children that their parents don't have the luxury to dream of college. You're going to give them the opportunity to dream because it's going to be so close to us. And so I do thank you and the school district and everybody around for giving those children hope that they can become something and make it out of here. I do think that trade is a dying industry. I know that for my son, for example, he is going to the HVAC field, and we've been looking at schools and we're looking upwards of 30,000, just for the program itself. So you being able to bring that to children that don't have that opportunity to dream of those, is great for our community. I'm all for this, by all needs, and thank you into the school district for all that y'all guys are doing. Y'all guys are truly making a difference in making sure that our children have everything in place to make sure that we're successful in this lifetime. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for those comments.
I'll entertain a motion to authorize me to sign the petition. Motion by Commissioner Noguera, second by Commissioner Odena. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries. Thank you, Dr. Gonzalez.
Thank you so much. Inside your folder is my business card. Feel free to call me if you think of another question. And here's some goodies that I'll leave.
Thank you.
Please take them.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
I want to thank y'all for your support and for everything that y'all do and the partnership that we have with the school district. I brag about it to everybody, and we're always about the students, and I just want to thank you all very much. We're excited for the future of Carrizo Springs. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Jersey. 3.12, discussion and appropriate action, existence. Approval of updated state required resolution for the Edward Bryan Justice Assistance Grant 5728001.
Good morning, Judge Commissioners.
Good morning.
Good morning. I don't know if y'all remember last Commissioners Court, I had to put on an updated resolution that's now required by the state for me to add a financial officer. So you're gonna see several. Now they're requiring for all of the grants that I've applied for to be updated, which y'all have already approved the resolution. Now we're just having to come back and add that.
The grant officer.
Yes, the financial officer, which
Which is Mr. Pereira. Mr. Pereira would be the financial officer for 3.12, 3.13, 3.14, and 3.15. I'll entertain all those at the same time.
Nothing else has changed, that's the only thing that's.
3.12, 3.13, 3.14, and 3.15 are all, resolutions have all been passed for this. However, we just need to add the financial officer, and in this case, Mr. Betty, officer.
And as far as the financial officer, like what would that cover, like what would be his, what extra?
It's pretty much what he already does, it's just acknowledging
That he does that.
Yes.
Approved.
Thank you, Commissioner Calderon. Second by Commissioner Talamantes. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries. 3.16, discussion and appropriate action, grants quarterly report for the month of January through March 2026. Ms. Rodriguez.
I sent a copy, y'all have it, right? We have, it. Okay.
Any questions of Mrs.
So this is just an overall, report of,
From January to March of this year, yes.
of her grants?
So
Thank you.
Thank you.
yes.
I have
So
a
this is the total amount that you brought in?
No, this is what we requested reimbursement for.
reimbursement. No, we've have, I can get it for you.
Like,
I'm working on that right now. Actually, I'll get that for you.
I just think it would be nice to staple it in court so that way it shows, the work that you're doing and how much you're bringing into the community.
I have a motion by Commissioner Alonso Carmona.
Second,
I didn't hear, that's why.
we saw the same, we got the same name, it's okay, we're fine with it, right, Commissioner?
Second by who? Commissioner Talamantes? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries. 3.17, discussion and appropriate action, monthly report. Thank you, Ms. Rodriguez. From County Commissioners for the month of March 2026.
Judge, I'm just gonna table mine.
I have, precinct 1.
Table.
I have a table for precinct 1. Precinct 2, we have a Commissioner Alonso Carmona.
we're just maintaining the cutting grass and keeping the roads clear, so not really much work that we did on this.
Any questions of Commissioner Carmona? Precinct 3 has been tabled. Commissioner Rubalcaba?
Judge, I have mine, I can present it, I just need to sign it, get a note.
That's fine. Go ahead and present
I've
it.
been working on Buddy's Lane and Rams Road. We did 25 loads of red material on Buddy's Lane, and we worked on Rams Road as well. Right now, it's just, we're letting it rain, but we're always worried about with the road, so.
Any questions of Commissioner Rubalcaba?
Commissioner, the, reclaimed material in Asherton that's out there, did you secure that? The mountains that are out there, or is that through a different, contractor, not through TechStop?
We did it to text them, but we got an email from, I got a text from Mr. J.D. Moreno that as per the company that owns it, they told us to hold off on it.
Okay, because it's quite a bit, I don't know to see if it's gonna be,
We did, the judge did the letter for me, so we were able to get it, but then we got a text that we had to wait on it as per the contract.
as per the contractor.
They might use it or whatever.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
Motion to approve.
I got a motion to approve by Commissioner Rubalcaba
Second.
and section approval to continue to utilize the Fairway Consultant for the golf course improvement.
Judge, this contract is, nothing changes on it, it's just.
Do you have the contract?
It's been submitted and approved before, we're just extending it.
I know, but I don't have the one that you want to extend.
It was submitted, I don't know where
Do we have it here? No?
But it was already approved previously?
yes,
Fairway contract, what was it that they're offering the golf course?
it's the, consulting services, we've done, since the gentleman came on board, we've done a lot of improvements to the golf course.
It was the field, the turf, correct?
Correct. All the grass, all the areas.
But you don't have the updated one?
It was submitted with this request, but I don't have it on,
But nothing changes on it.
nothing changed on it, it's exactly the same, only the dates, this is to extend it.
Okay, can I motion to approve, pending it be provided after the fact? Just to ensure that nothing has changed.
Yeah, I think it's a, we'll set it.
I have a motion to approve subject to the submission of the contract by Commissioner Talamantes and a second by Commissioner Odena. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition?
He said everything stayed the same, right? The dollar amount?
Yes, ma'am, everything's the same, the only thing that would change would be the dates.
Are you voting aye, Commissioner?
Yes.
Motion carries. 3.19, discussion and appropriate action to contract with Resound Networks to set up internet connection at the Petrie Building.
Good morning.
Go ahead.
Josh Hope, goes on.
Good morning, you met last.
Good morning again.
So this is just for the resound connection for the Petrie building to offer primary internet connection?
Yes.
Are we still looking into having you as a secondary internet connection for the sheriff's office?
Yes.
Yeah, and we just haven't gone through with that one yet.
Yeah, we wanted to see about testing them out with the Petri building first,
Okay.
to make sure that that'll be a trial run.
So between courses, we were able to do a site survey to establish confidence that we could provide this service to you guys.
Other questions of Resound?
I just wish you could come to Bagels with me, but I understand
I've
that.
actually requested that, yeah.
Well, I'd be happy because I'm telling you, I really wanted to get some internet at the rec center. We're having a hard time just for the children in the area to have a place, to go. But motion to approve.
A motion by Commissioner Talamantes,
Second.
second by Commissioner Alonso Carmona. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you.
3.20, discussion and appropriate action approved final completion of the Diamond H Road Improvement Project. Precinct 4.
Judge, we got the completion done in Diamond Age Road. The punch list was done as well.
Morning, Mr. Franklin.
Morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning, Mr. Franklin.
Which was to replace the damaged fencing as needed, perform spots repairs of the road, sweep road, and remove loose out, remove the concrete. The punch list was done. And then they will submit the final payment requested as well.
Commissioner, I did go out there this morning before coming into court, and I will say that it definitely looks like y'all guys went out there and y'all guys improved some of the areas that we had. The one area that I was a little bit concerned was the drainage slope of the cement. I don't know if you remember the photo of like how the cement wasn't fully intact and you can see like the rocks through it. I went this morning and it seems to be and the only reason that I'm saying this because I don't want for your road to end up become complicated.
I know since we got in some rain than what we expected, but we can go out, of course, with the vacuum truck, vacuuming it out, that way.
Okay.
Around once and stuff.
But and there's nothing that's like blocking it or anything. Basically, it's just the water just settling there.
So,
It should be.
Commissioner Odena wants to see the picture.
You don't mind?
No.
That is holding the water on the side.
And then, as far as, and I know that we talked about it because I mean, we said that we wanted to get like an in-house inspector. I know that I have had conversations with Mr. Moreno, and there are certain qualifications that you are supposed to hold with the state of Texas to be able to certify the road inspections. I know that Mr. Perea reached out to me because I do have Steakhouse Road that was done also, and I didn't feel comfortable going out and signing the completion form on it. For the reason being is I feel like it's a little bit more complicated and in-depth because I'll be honest with you, I don't know if we're approving bids and let's say we're approving a certain grade of material to be used. I wouldn't know the difference to go out there and say that that was for sure the grade of material that was used or not. So I
So you're asking someone aside from the commissioner to.
No, I would think that it could fall under as long as somebody in the commissioner's report that has those certifications, and we do have a commissioner that has those certifications. which would be Commissioner Uranda, to make sure that we're getting that secondary, inspection by somebody on the court, to ensure that we're getting what we're paying for. Because again, in all honesty and transparency, if I start a road, I wouldn't be able to tell you the difference between a grade 5 and a grade 4. It's still something that I'm learning. And so, Commissioner, thank you so much. He did help me, and he did go out there and he inspected Steakhouse Road for me, and he did say that, we were good on, what was provided out there. And so it gave me a little bit more peace of mind to be able to sign the completion form on my end. Like I said, I can see that the Commissioner Carmona definitely did go out there, and, work on it. I just think that something needs to be in place with the court to ensure that we're getting the quality.
So at this time, are you not one, you don't think we should approve the?
I cannot tell you. I can tell you that that's the only concern that I have. From my area, I would feel more comfortable if somebody from this county would go and inspect it to ensure that it is, what we said it was. And I'm not just saying for this road project, I'm not trying to just pick on just this one. I'm saying that we need to set something in standard, so that way moving forward, it's always something that we do.
Chief Mayor,
Mhm.
Commissioner, I just wanted to touch briefly on what we're talking about. That picture you have, for example, if you look at it, there's really, at this point, nothing much that can be done, except what Commissioner Noguera said, it's go and pump the water up manually for the truck.
But is that because of the way that the dirt's blocked like that?
Look at that picture, there's no way that water.
Yeah, the water's not gonna go nowhere.
The drainage is higher than the.
It's sitting in cement, that's what's
Not gonna go nowhere.
So anytime, and it's all about elevation, so anytime your drainage is not lower to where water can naturally run, you're gonna have ponding, and that situation, it's just the way it was designed, unfortunately.
So if it does that ponding, does it mess up the road?
Well, it's not gonna mess up the road because it's in the concrete area. If it were along the side of the road, eventually it will swamp up and loosen it up enough to damage it, but that's in the concrete drainage, and that's why they're designed that way. If some landowners would authorize us, anytime we take on a project like this, to go in with their permission and improve the drainage, you eliminate that situation. In this situation, we didn't have the ability to do that, and not always will you have that ability. There's times they will consider it, there's times they will not, but in a situation like this, you gotta do what you can with what you have. And that's why that box culvert is installed there, because if it wouldn't have been installed, you'd have the water sitting on the site and submerging into the subgrade, and it would bust out within a couple of weeks, just like anything. But that's concrete, and it's holding in concrete, and eventually it'll evaporate, or either pump it out or evaporate. But it's just one of those things that's how, Commissioner Noguera, that's a swamp area, that's a low area, and if we receive any more than 2 to 3 inches, you're gonna have water
Flood zone.
anywhere. Yeah, it's a flood zone designed area, but there's where the road goes.
Motion to approve.
And then just the last question that I had on it, what were we doing with that, second fence line?
We're still waiting on the.
Yes, I'm working on that, and so,
So can we just approve?
so you're able to, and I spoke to the commissioner about this, I've also spoken to Mr. Pereira about it. You're able to approve this to close it out, because what we're doing is we're keeping the road, construction issue separate from the fencing issue. So once we've secured, those settlement agreements from, the landowners, and right now, I'm in progress with, Donato Ramos's office, who represents Mr. Briscoe. And, as soon as we have that form, in a way that we like it, we're confident that the other, landowners will also agree to the same form.
Is that not a conflict of interest? Because Donato's represented the county before?
I can ask you, that would be up to him to decide whether he's got a
He's
conflict.
represented the county before.
Right now, we're not adversarial, Judge, because we're in communication about a settlement. Obviously, if it went to litigation, I don't anticipate that it will, then that, would be something we could address. And that's something that either you or Mr. Briscoe could assert if you believe there's a conflict. So I hope we don't get that far. It's very simple. We're just exchanging a release of, any claims for property damage, in exchange for, rebuilding the fence. but that's the only trade that's in the settlement agreement, so.
Well, I did go out there and the fence line is fixed. I know that when I went out there the first time, it was down, so I can see that they've done some repairs to that fence line on that side. But my question is to the fence line on the other side, did we ever approve that or did we stop that one? Because remember, we were confused. We thought that it was one fence line that we had approved the commissioners court. And then whenever we went out there, that's when I saw that there was already a fence line brought up. And then I asked about it and then we had to go back to the minutes to see that that first fence line, which is on the Frisco side, was approved months before. So I know that you're saying that the issue with the fence line on the Frisco side, that you're working on that one. But what are we doing as far as the little side? And is that fence line going up? Did we ever approve it or not? And what are we doing as far as that situation?
Same problem, and your approval was pending us reaching an agreement with the landowners on a settlement agreement.
So we're gonna settle with both of them
That's correct.
and both will receive a fence line.
Yes.
I still don't agree with that.
Okay.
I don't agree with that, I'm sorry. But I don't agree with building a second fence line and providing an extra 20,000, for the second one. The drainage was approved on the second one. And, I don't think that we should be building fence lines for any property owners. I understand that on our end, there's things that we can do to ensure that we have a process set up so that way we don't run into these situations in the future. But, I mean, at this point, I'm willing to eat the cost of the fence line on the Briscoe side, and settle on that particular situation to get out of, this discussion and let it go. But I don't think that we should be building a secondary fence line, because at that point,
And we got into a little bit, whenever we first spoke about the issue, and I don't want to get into attorney-client privilege, territory where we may be talking about potential litigation. We may need to speak about that in executive session.
Yes, sir.
But what we're trying to avoid in going about, rebuilding the fences are any claims that there might be for property damage for our removal of any fences pursuant to, this project. So by entering into the settlement agreement, you're not spending the money necessarily as much as you are, buying a release of any claim.
you're no Commissioner Dunlop.
Oh, yeah, and I understand where you're getting at to say like for any claim, but I do believe that in full firm faith that the second fence line was taken down as a verbal agreement because the drainage was improved on that end. And, I know that when you said that you did speak to them and they gave you verbal authorization that you were able to do that. And I do believe that she took that process obviously because the drainage was improved and the work was conducted there. Like I said, I'm willing to eat the cost on the Briscoe side, but on that other side, I mean, technically they got, what the verbal agreement would have said, and even though we don't do verbal agreements and it should have never been done, I just don't think that we should double down and let us be taken for a second fence line just because that's it, because I feel it's just gonna set a standard, and if we're gonna try and fix it head on. But I do understand what you mean as far as not getting too much into it just because of client and attorney privilege and, litigation that we can possibly, have in the future. I just don't agree with that second fence line being built. Like I said, I did go out there this morning and one side of the fence line, it does seem to see that the contractors did what they were hired to do. They improved the drainage and, that work wouldn't have continued to done, especially with their gate being right there without their knowledge. So it's not even something that they can say that they weren't even informed on. I just don't think that we should be approving to get that second fence line up.
I understand, and I can explore that as an option, Commissioner. And right now, approval for that isn't on your agenda today. So this would be after, we've explored that with the landowners, and I can bring that back for potential approval with you all once that's on the agenda, and then you all get to decide whether to approve it or not.
Okay, so both fence lines are gonna be in separate situations, not included in this payment or this process. The only thing that we are talking about right now is the road.
That's correct.
You have a comment or a question, Commissioner Odena?
I just wanted to, comment on what where we're at now with the fact that the adjacent landowner allowed the county to move in and improve the drainage and clean it up as you may, I think you've seen it already. And I feel that as a landowner in efforts of having a good relationship with the landowners and moving forward, if any project were to come about in the near future, if we don't treat our landowners the way they deserve to be treated, we're probably not gonna have the same cooperation in future projects. With that, I just wanted to give you what is my personal opinion. If the landowner gives you the authority to go in and improve the drainage to better your project, I feel that if anybody's, actually deserves a new fence, would be the landowner that cooperated. At this point, you know, we're at this point where it eventually is gonna come up, but that's basically my, he did allow the county to move in and improve it. And with that said, that's just the way I look at it. Thank you.
Any other questions or comments? I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
I have a motion by Commissioner Alonso Carmona,
Second.
second by Commissioner Odena. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition?
Aye.
I have one opposition, Commissioner Talamantes. Motion carries. 3.21, discussion and appropriate action to authorize the county judge to execute completion documents and accept road improvements into the county road operation and maintenance.
These are the final papers, that way we can release them. I think they go to your office.
They do, I have to sign everything,
I
but
wasn't sure if that had to go.
no, just the actual, the one we just did has to go through Commissioner's Court. So, well, the only question I have is, this document is for the road improvements, does that include the fence or no?
As I understand it, Judge, it's supposed to be separated out. Am I correct, Mr. Pereira? The way that we discussed it is the fencing issue would be a separate change order from, that they would be completing the project as to the road construction and improvements only.
So there's no action on that one, Ms. McDaniel. 3.22, 3.22, discussion appropriate action approval for Commissioner Noguera to purchase an ice machine for the Metro.
Judge, I noticed it doesn't have the backup because it was submitted last Commissioner's Court, and since I was in here, it was not approved. So we would like to purchase it from Lowe's. I just, like I said, I didn't realize it didn't have the backup to it.
You said it was in the last Commissioner's Court. I might be able to pull it up for you.
So moved.
I have a motion. Do you know the amount?
Yeah, we're getting it.
I have the Commissioner's Courts in my email. Give me 1 second. Oh, no, you know what? She printed those for us because she didn't get to email them. The last court. Is that what you looks like? It's the last one. Yeah, because she didn't get a chance to email it to us. Oh, yeah. So those for $2,579.10.
Commissioner Noguera, please.
Was the
We-
cheapest one.
We have, 3 quotes that Commissioner Noguera got. Lowe's is at the amount of $2,579.70. Amazon, $6,320. And Restaurant Supply, $5,830. Commissioner Noguera is requesting Lowe's.
Motion.
I have a motion by Commissioner Alonso Carmona. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Talamantes. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries. 3.23, discussion and appropriate action approval for Commissioner Noguera to use the Dimmit County Arena to host the 12th Annual Mother's Day Luncheon.
Motion.
Motion by Commissioner Odessa, second by Commissioner Talamantes. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposition? Motion carries.
I wanted to ask the court if it can be from 12 to 1:30. I know the staff gets there by 12:15, and by the time they get to eat, and it's 1 o'clock, so.
I don't see a problem, Commissioner. Every elected can allow their employees to stay for an extended period of time.
I would say like as long as the electeds are okay with it, you could even extend it until 2 o'clock, give them a 2-hour lunch as you know.
It'll be on the electeds, whatever each elected wants to do. 3.24, discussion and appropriate action, monthly report for landfill for the month of March 2026. You have a report, Commissioner?
Yes, that's here.
Commissioner, so the last time, and I know that you weren't here, we spoke about like the tonnages coming in and how we weren't meeting, we weren't getting close to the tonnage. And so, there was a few things that I thought that was gonna be placed on the agenda, by the judge's office, and I didn't do it, but I still definitely wanted to have the discussion. Ms. Reyes,
Can you do more by the judge's office?
there was a few things, but I did think that we were gonna do this one, but I honestly, I said in court, and I don't, never completely heard it, I just thought that I could put it on the next commissioner's court. But we're not meeting the tonnage on it, and so as far as brush, being restricted on the time zones of when we're allowed to go in, I just wanted clarification on that as well. We did work this past month, and we were able to get a lot done, and Ms. Reyes did say, I believe she said 2 p.m.
No, she said 8 to 12.
No, we agreed on that, but what time did she say at the end? She says, as long as you don't come into the landfill.
No, she said 8 to 12, and as long as you don't, do anything after 2 o'clock.
Yes, I was going to say there was, and that's what I was saying. I know that we did agree to the 8 to 12, but until the commissioner came back and we had the discussion, because she did give us a time zone, and it was, I believe it was 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock as per the TCQ that you're not allowed to go in there. And I thought it was 3 p.m. that she had said that that was the times that was set.
The brush will be changed. I know it'll be in the next commissioner's court. It'll be Monday through Friday from 8 to noon. Not unless we get 12 tonnage or 10 tonnage, then we'll close it earlier, because we still have to wait for our trash trucks to come in at 2 o'clock when they come in to load off.
Okay.
And if we have maybe a little bit left, we can use it on Fridays when we have one truck that comes in.
Okay. And so, and then for
the brush.
yes, and then for the other material for as far as the bulk items.
The bulk items, we're still working on it. I know at Metro we have from Wilkinson, you can call Wilkinson and they'll give you a bin. You can even put it at your yard.
Yeah, that would be done.
So we could put like, if we put the
Commissioner,
refrigerators.
what I'm gonna do is that we'll put that on the next agenda, because is that part of your report?
With self-sanitation, so it's just asking questions as far as the tonnage.
I know, but yeah, go ahead and ask her about the tonnage, but if y'all wanna put anything else about changing the times or not.
No, we're gonna change the times, we're just asking and having a discussion about the tonnages that's coming in and kind of how we're gonna be able to do it.
Go ahead.
Okay. So then we're just gonna be able to monitor it then based on, we'll continue to go the same route this time, and then I can get the bulk trash, and then
The bulk trash, that's why I'm gonna put it back in Commissioner's Court, because I don't know what you guys are gonna get as bulk. But you guys are gonna set for what we're gonna do with the bulk.
And then on these ones, we have low on, March because of the rain, and why are we so low on what we took in?
You're talking low on the tonnage, right? Like on week 3, there was only 1.55 tons.
Yes.
Yeah, 'cause usually for this month, the only one that's been taking brush is you, precinct 3. So that's why it's just low. I have not had Commissioner Ureta or Commissioner Alonso, since they assist the city that they go. So we'll be able to get at least some.
But like on this week, on week 1, we didn't pick up even like the garbage on that one?
No, that's just brush.
Oh, that's just brush. Oh, I see, you broke it down. Yes, ma'am. I like that, thank you.
Mayor,
Other questions? Go ahead, Mr. Commissioner Uranda.
Commissioner, I was just gonna let you know, I stopped by the other day and spoke to Noe. And we were inspecting the mulch that comes out of the machine, and it's actually pretty good stuff that people may use. So my proposal to Noe was, if I have brush and then mulch, bring in a dump truck, load it on the dump trucks that won't count as tonnage towards the landfill. I'll take it back to the precinct 1 yard and then try to give it out to, because I think even,
It's very fine, it's real good.
yeah, it seems,
It's
I mean,
really good.
it seems like it would work for landscaping. I know we can only do that so much, but at least we can try to do something with it initially. But I know, Mr. Gonzalez did say that that'd be one good recommendation. We can try it,
Yeah,
and if it works, it's less tonnage on the land.
thank you.
Thank you.
Any other questions of the landfill? Entertain a motion. Motion by Commissioner Alonso Carmona,
Second.
second by Commissioner Uranda. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries. 3.25, discussion of appropriate action monthly report for sanitation. Any questions of the report?
To have extra pickups, they can request that? Or is that us? 1297.
Oh, those are the.
They have to pay,
Customers that pay for the
They
extra
pay.
pickup.
Because there's a certain allocated amount that there has to be paid to get your trash picked up, but if you want an additional pickup, you have to pay an additional amount. Is that correct, Commissioner
Yes,
O'Connor?
that's correct. Yeah.
Any other questions?
Motion.
Motion by Commissioner Talamontes,
Second.
second by Commissioner Ocala, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries. 3.26, Carissa Munoz to attend the South Region Program Planning Conference.
Good morning. So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Ocala.
Second.
Who seconded? I asked for
I did.
Commissioner Urenda. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries. 3.27, discussion and appropriate action for FCH Agent Carissa Munoz to attend the 26th TFCS State Annual Conference.
Motion.
Motion by Commissioner Urenda, second by Commissioner Rubalcaba. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries. Thank you. Discussion 3.28, approval for County Judge Martha Ponce and Selena Rodriguez to attend the Texas Department of Emergency Management TDEM Conference. Motion by Commissioner Rubalcaba, second by Commissioner Carmona. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries. Thank you. 3.29, discussion and appropriate action. Approval for Commissioner Valerie Melissa Talamontes to attend the 26th Conference of Investments Academy.
Judge, I don't remember submitting this one.
I did. You told me to do it.
You told her.
I do remember putting that before.
I do. Yes.
Yes, it is the second part, but I'm gonna go ahead and table it only because we have the commissioners and judges conference that same week. And we're going to another commissioner and judges conference. That's the only one, right?
Well, and then the one in the fall. The one in the fall, in October.
I'm gonna have to table it because I have to, I'm have to go to the commissioners one.
This one, they only offer it once a year, just so you know.
And I'm gonna have to wait till next year to see if they schedule it different. The basic.
3.30, discussion, 3.30, no action. Yeah, no action. 3.30, discussion appropriate action, County Judge Martha Ponce, Commissioners Jose Urenda Alonso, Carmona, and Valerie Rubalcaba to attend the South Texas Judges Conference and Commissioners Conference. Motion by Commissioner Alonso. Second by Commissioner Rubalcaba. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries. 3.31, discussion and appropriate action for County Judge Martha Ponce, Commissioner Jose Urenda Alonso Carmona, Valerie Gutierrez Taramontes, and Valerie Rubalcaba to attend the legislative conference.
Judge, I'm sorry, on 3.30, can you just add me in there so that way I can have the approval on that one? Since that's the judges and commissioners. Y'all did y'all for 3, you did, Jose Urenda Alonso Carmona, and Valerie Rubalcaba.
Give me 1 second. You're fine. Do I have a motion on 3.31?
Motion.
Motion by Commissioner Alonso Carmona,
Second.
second by Commissioner Urenda. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? On 3.3, I have a motion by Commissioner Alonso Carmona, Commissioner Rubalcaba. Commissioner Alonso, do you want to amend your motion to include Commissioner Talamontes?
Yes, ma'am.
Motion by Commissioner Carmona to amend the motion. Mrs. McDaniel? To add Commissioner Talamontes. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Rubalcaba. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries. 3.2, discussion and appropriate action. Approval for County Judge Martha to attend the Far Texas West County Judges and Commissioners Association Conference.
So moved.
Thank you, Commissioner. Motion by Commissioner Alonso Carmona. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Odena. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries. 4.1, discussion and appropriate action, approval for reimbursement for Justin Lopez who attended the cartel trash class, March 23rd, 2026.
This one, Judge, I believe was tabled from the last meeting, I think.
Cause yeah, there was no backup, or I don't know, I don't remember, Sheriff, to be honest.
I think the date, because whenever you got here, you said, I think this one already happened and it's a reimbursement, not an
Yes.
approval. And so you said that you were gonna go back and check and it was, because it was past the date, so motion to approve.
I have a motion by Commissioner Talamantes, second by Commissioner Odena. All in favor? Any opposition? Motion carries. 4.2, discussion and appropriate action, approval to purchase weapons and mags from Johnny's Sports Shop.
Is this through grants, Joe?
This one is a Senate Bill 22, money's left over from the vehicle we purchased, and,
Do we have that on here, Sheriff? And then I have a question, because I know we already purchased, weapons.
yes, they were purchased for the, patrol, these are gonna be for the, Homeland Security.
This is for the ammo, right?
That's what I was asking, is it for ammo or is it for weapons? Because,
Those weapons and magazines.
so you're asking for weapons and ammo.
I don't have ammo on this one, the one that should be with just weapons.
This is just weapons and magazines.
Weapons and magazines. I don't have, do you have backup, Sheriff? I don't see it unless I'm overlooking, guys.
It's right here. It's in the, like,
Do you have that, Ms. Hernandez?
Johnny's, right?
Yeah.
It's in the third one.
We don't have it, thank you, Sheriff. And you said this is coming from Senate Bill 22?
That's correct.
And this is for not deputies, but for investigators?
The investigators and mainly for the, HSI and DEAs, because they wear plain clothes, it's a different weapon.
And they're by board?
This one, the last time we got quotes, they're the lowest ones, but on this type of weapon, GT distributors, that's by board, they don't carry this brand. The other one we went with also, they don't carry the brand up there, and I think the main one I want to go through the company, but they're out of state, I don't think the same, but he does give
Do
us.
we need to get, does he need to get quotes?
How much is it?
10,587.
It doesn't matter if it's by board or not.
Cause we did get with, GTs, or not, you know, cause they're the ones that we get the ammo from, they're by board, but they don't carry this type of weapon.
So this is the only company that's carrying this style type of
For
weapon.
people looking at locally, yes. Close by.
Locally.
And this is, Senate Bill 22, so
Still have Senate Bill 22.
motion.
What commission?
No, I'm gonna make the motion.
Motion by Commissioner Talamantes,
Second.
second by Commissioner Alonso Carmona. All in favor? Any opposition? Motion carries. Approval for Daniel Serrano and Dustin Lopez to attend beyond the arrest tools to secure a conviction class.
This is, there's no total on the bottom, but it's just the two amounts that are listed, correct?
That's correct.
Okay. Motion.
So the total is for the training fee and then
The deal.
the meal for the day?
That's correct.
Motion by Commissioner Talamantes, second by Commissioner Bulucano. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries.
Judge.
On the
Justin, abstain on second.
motion carries. 4.4, discussion and appropriate action, approval for Jesus Ruiz to attend the basic instructor certification course. Motion by Commissioner Noguera,
Second.
second by Commissioner Alonso Carmona. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries.
Thank you.
4.4, discussion and appropriate action, jail status. Do you have a report?
Hi, Ms. Montes.
Yes, thank you. Any questions of Administrator Montes?
Everything up and running? I know you got the freezer done, or the fridge?
Yes, ma'am, we have.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Commissioner Noguera, Or Commissioner
Second.
Talamantes, I
Second.
apologize. I seriously can't hear the difference over there. Talamantes, and then Rubalcaba, you seconded?
Yes, ma'am.
Is this fan over here that's blowing, because Commissioner Carmona has code, I can't hear. But yes, both of y'all's voices are very beautiful. 5.1, thank you. 5.1, utility report. Motion to table,
Second.
second by Commissioner Noguera.
Who did the thing?
I did, motion to table. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries. 6.1, discussion and appropriate action, monthly report from county treasurer, Mr. Oscar Ortiz, motion to table.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Carmona, all in favor? Any opposition? Motion carries. Discussion and appropriate action, monthly report from Mr. Pereira at the auditor's office.
The revenues for the month through the month of March were a total of $17,433,000. And the following page, that's on page 1. On page 2, we have total expenditures through March 31st of $9,836,000, which gives us a revenues of over expenditures of $7,597,319. So projecting out, we will be okay. We will
We're on track and staying.
increase the fund balance.
Thank you, Mr. Pereira. Any other questions of Mr. Pereira? I have a motion by Commissioner Noguera.
Mr. Pereira, I do have one question. I remember we spoke one time and you were saying that the expenditure reports for all departments was in your report, correct?
Yes, sir.
So right here, page 3, 4 is the expenditure reports for all departments. 5, 6, and therefore?
Yes, there should be.
Yes. So page 2 is just a summary
Okay.
of all the departments, but a detailed one is right behind that.
3, 4.
Yeah, going all the way to $14.
And then we have our accounts.
Yes,
Correct.
And this is accurate as of month of March, correct?
March 31st.
Thank you, Mr. Pereira.
Doc, I have a motion by Commissioner Noguera. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Talamantes. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries. Claim docket, general fund, $854,280.12. Dimmit County grants, $1,299.34. Dimmit County Airport, $3,226.51. Dimmit County Golf Course, $18,221.58. Courthouse security, $5,970.67. Records management clerk, $4,004.10. Utilities, $58,807.43. Rodeo Arena, $1,260. Stone Garden, $31,235.11. Operation Lone Star, $494,494.37. Dimmit County payroll, $580,574.13. Tax note series 23, $4,905.78. COs 2015, $47,765.05. COs 2020, $676,362. SB 22, $13,484.74, for a grand total of $1,902,890.93.
Motion.
Motion by Commissioner Carmona,
Second.
second by Commissioner Noguera. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries. I entertain a motion to adjourn. Motion by Commissioner Carmona. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Odena. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries. The time is 11:46, and I'm gonna call the Public Facilities meeting to order. Let the record reflect that we do have a quorum and all parties are present. Approval of minutes of April 7th, 2026. Motion to approve. Motion by Commissioner Talamontes.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Odena. All in favor? Any opposition? Motion carries. 3.5, discussion and appropriate action, new business. Is there any new business, Commissioner? No action? Thank you. Financial 4.1, monthly report from Mr. Pereira.
So through the end of March, we have collected $350,000 and total expenditures of $188,000. So that leaves us revenues over expenditures of $162,000.
Mr. Bennett, thank you so much too for clarifying the last time I remember I said that there was one of the invoices that were missing. You were able to get me that information pretty quickly and I appreciate it.
Any other questions? Motion to approve. Motion by Commissioner Talamontes.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Odena. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries. Claim docket, public safety, $8,046.30. Any questions?
So
Motion by Commissioner Carmona.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Odena. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries. I'll entertain a motion to recess and adjourn. Motion by Commissioner Rubalcaba, second by Commissioner Alonso Carmona. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries. Thank you.
I'm good.